Nick Rekieta. I don't have to explain this thing, right? I've explained it a few times on the show now. I feel like every time I bring this up, I'm like, all right, so here's what's going on. There's this guy. Hey, Nick Rekieta is fucking April Imholte's wife, April.
Wait, what?
I know, it's crazy. And then Aaron is fucking Nick Rekieta's wife, Kayla. Okay? So the question comes in, which is a good question. Were you ever concerned about April getting pregnant? Because, we got Nick Rekieta raw dog, and he's already got 5 kids.
We already got 5 stinky kids,
right.
which is a lot.
There's a precedent that's been set here.
Yeah.
Can't afford Coke for all of them.
You can't hide Coke from too many kids. He's already hiding it from 5 of them.
Right. So let's see what the answer is here.
Was Rakic shooting his fresh load? I mean, he's got 5 kids. Was he going into your wife or?
I don't know, and I didn't care to know.
What if he had gotten your wife pregnant? Was she on?
That would have been a fucking disaster, and I might have been arrested for homicide.
Was she on birth control, or is that going too deep with it, or
Was she on birth control?
No.
Okay.
Whoa. Oh, fucking hell.
All right. I know it's a little bit chaotic, so let me just explain what just happened. The question is, did Nick ever finish in your wife? He goes, I don't know. I didn't ask her that question, which, good on him. That's not a great question to ask. Not a good conversation starter. But then he says, but April's on birth control, right? He goes, no. And then, this is probably the most irresponsible thing. Out of all the things they're doing, coke and Molly and ketamine with children around and not feeding them or anything, the most irresponsible thing out of all of this is this asshole Aaron goes, well, if Nick had knocked up April, I probably would have killed him. How about April gets on birth control? Why not have her take a pill before you start murdering people who you're letting fuck? You're letting him fuck your wife. You're just like, well, make sure you come on her tits, though. What?
But, Carl, the best birth control is a bullet.
Yeah, apparently. Yeah, I mean, damage is done at that point. Hey, guess what? My wife's pregnant, and I murdered the father. Great. It's going to work out really fucking well.
At least he has a plan.
All right. So this is what really annoys me about April Imholte, and I've been annoyed with him ever since he came out and he said, hey, guys, I brought April on because I'm a narcissist and I need help. And I realize I'm a narcissist, and that's what narcissists do, and so I got to get help for it. And then a week later he goes, I went to a therapist. They laughed me out of the room. I'm not a narcissist at all. I'm perfect. So I don't need any help at all, it turns out.
Awesome.
Isn't that weird how that worked out?
I'm the best non-narcissist that ever existed.
Yeah, it's crazy. They looked at me and they're just like, you? Get the fuck out of here. You come back again. We're going to kick your ass, you
You're
dumb
so great.
rascal. All right, so this is Aaron explaining why he's been talking so much about this story with Nick Rekieta and April and everyone.
This is going to end. Like, the coverage of this is all going to be done. I got to get back to doing my fucking show at some point. The only thing is my show is talking about my life and talking about the news. And like I said, my life is the news. The news is my life at the moment.
The only reason why any of this is news and we know about it is because Aaron told us. And then he told a detective who got a search warrant who got them arrested. And now, in Aaron's mind, he goes, what else am I going to talk about? This is the fucking news that's going on. He created the news and then complains he has to report on it because that is what the news is. It's fucking insane.
Well, there hasn't been any big news in the last week or so he should really just stick to this.
I'm glad you said that. Because he literally says after this, he goes, well, now that the Trump verdict came out, I'm off the front page. And I swear to God, he literally thinks the algorithm on his YouTube is the same for all of us. Like, all of us log into YouTube, and it's just everyone piling on April Imholte and talking about Nick Rekieta. It's just like, no, dummy. All right, 99.99% of people who go to YouTube don't see April Imholte or Nick Rekieta showing up on the front page.
No, hold on. I picked up the New York Times, and it said, podcaster's wife gets cream pied. Was that?
No one reads the New York Times.
Oh, you're right. Never mind.
That was the front page of the New York Times and the USA Today. But that's a dying media right now we're talking about. What a fucking arrogant asshole. He's just like, guys, I got to talk about him on the front page.
I'm on the front page. What can I do? I mean, come on.
He's so fucking
Trump
stupid.
gets arrested. My wife gets brutally fucked. I send her to jail for some reason.
I believe George Will wrote an opinion piece about how Aaron was on cleanup duty when Rekieta finished in his wife. So.
I know, it's very confusing. There's a lot going on.
Yeah.
Make sure to talk into the microphone. It's
okay.
Unidirectional.
I do.
All right. So he literally said, "I've been kicked off the front page because of this Trump stuff." Those are the words out of April Imholte's mouth. He's a fucking idiot. So then he's going to start reading a text he just got from Kayla Rekieta. And I'm like, oh, all right, this is fun.
Oh, no.
Let's get into that. And Ethan Ralph, what the fuck?
I mean, this is a disaster. And, I got a text from Kayla Monday where she said you were right.
Yeah, no, I don't want to go into all the. Just let's leave the text. Let's leave the text out of that. Because they're not here to speak for themselves. I decided not to. I decided not to go down that road. Yeah.
Fair journalist Ethan Ralph.
I know.
Like, whoa, this is hearsay.
That would be a breach of journalistic ethics. I can't possibly.
We can't have salacious content on my channel, not on the kill stream. I won't stand for it. What the fuck?
I will not divulge my sources.
No text messages, but who came inside your wife?
Right. And it's so weird. He's ready to read a text message. I'm like, all right, this is interesting. Ethan Ralph shuts it down. He might be Team Rekieta. I don't know. I'm just throwing it out there. I've hung out with both of them at the same time. They're friends. But anyway, that's not the point. The point is, Aaron lets something slip here that I think is very telling about his character as a person. It really shows what a piece of shit he is.
And maybe me, in my anger towards April when we would fight, maybe me flaunting my feeling, not flaunting, but having these clear feelings for another person in front of her may have caused her more pain than she let on. Again, she never said this to me. This is my total speculation, 100%.
So he literally just said it. And then he's like, oh shit, I just said it. He was flaunting his feelings for Kayla in front of April. This is a vindictive piece of shit. I don't know who would date this guy in the future. Where he's just like, you hurt my feelings, I'm going to hurt your feelings threefold. Let's see how that works. Not like, oh, this is going to be a great marriage. This is going to go really well.
That's why this poly stuff doesn't work. Because anytime you get in an argument, you go, you know what? I like fucking the other one way better.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Oh. I said you found my G-spot? You have no fucking clue where my G-spot is. You're like, all right, that's very hurtful, ma'am. I thought we were doing a good job the other night, but...
I like to think you just fuck with her. You just sit there with a flower and pick off petals. Kayla loves me. Kayla loves me. Kayla loves me. Oh, she loves me.
I love that he said it. Flaunting my feelings in front of April. That tells you everything you need to know. Like, this is a very damaged relationship. There's a reason why Aaron's doing victory laps all over the world. They all got arrested. And isn't like, oh shit, I fucking fucked up another marriage. Probably shouldn't.
He feels like he got away scot-free. He's like, that's great. Everybody else goes to jail, and I have a podcast.
Yeah, we got...
talking about being a cuckold, which I don't know why that's a W for him, but okay.
We got a fun reveal coming up based on that. Vinny, you have something to say? You look like...
I think he likes the idea of him doing that hurting her. And
yes.
He says he can't confirm it, but he's like... I can't confirm that that's what it is, but I think that's what it is.
But I hope so.
So fucking narcissistic.
Yep.
It's like I took my love away from her and was giving it somewhere else, and it crushed her, and she didn't want to admit it because I'm so great.
So the question is, because if you're not following this story, which one of you? No, I'm just kidding. If you're not following this story, the question is, why is Aaron divulging so much personal information that should never have been put out there? No one, I mean, you could have just talked about this kind of high level and said, yeah, we got into drugs and we were wife swapping and let it be that. But no, he's talking about very specific things. So it seems like he's maybe clout chasing. So this question comes out. And all right, full disclosure, I'm not a fan of Ethan Ralph. I've made that very clear over the years. But this I enjoyed from Ralph.
Get a handle on it.
But you can see why people are saying this, though, because the show numbers are up, your money's up, everything's working, right? Like, and the more you talk about it, the better it is, really, for you. And so some people are like, Ryan called in earlier, and he's like, well, this guy's doing this for clout, and he's getting off on it.
Oh, I'm attached to a huge fucking story. I can't help it. That's like saying, OJ was doing his trial for clout. I'm part of a massive story, and I can't detach myself from it. And if I do, I'm lying and I'm being dishonest. If I go, I have no idea. I don't know. I washed my hands of it a long time ago.
You know what? OJ didn't do any interviews.
That's a good point.
Yeah. OJ, he was in the news all that time. It was for clout. He wasn't famous before that. People stopped talking about his 2,000 yards in 73 for the Bills, which is impressive. It was 14 games, guys. Back then, it was a 14-game season. 2,000 yards? No one else ever did it. No one has done it since.
Yeah, he killed it.
Thank you. They lost both games to the Dolphins that year. Are you happy, motherfucker?
Yes.
So Aaron goes, yeah, it's just like O.J. Simpson. They're like, no. O.J. was actually trying to get out of the spotlight. Remember, he was driving to Mexico? He literally wanted nothing to do with the media and the spotlight. He was trying to get the fuck away.
He
Bad
at least
example.
waited for everything to die down before he's like, I should write a book about how I killed that bitch.
Well, yeah.
If I did it. If I did it.
So that was a bad example. But again, this guy goes on Kino Casino, and they're asking him questions about anal and oral. I mean, it's the Howard Stern show in 1993 on there, and he's answering every fucking question. Like, at a certain point, you'd be like, actually, I respect the other people involved in this, so I'm not going to divulge every fucking detail. Also, I want to have a relationship again someday, so I probably don't want to explain everything that happened in the bedroom and with our drug use, because no one's ever going to want to fuck me again if I do that, but not Aaron. So then they talk about the hot tub stream. The hot tub stream, if you don't know, was with the Rekietas and the Imholtes, and there was a lot of speculation going on. Nobody Likes Onions may or may not have been talking about this at the time. And so why the fuck would you guys all get into a hot tub together and do a stream when there's all these rumors going around? Well, apparently this was Aaron's brilliant idea.
I think that this hot tub stream was actually like a call for help almost, like you wanted people to know.
And a lot
To
of
get you
people
out of
did
this situation.
pick up on that as a call for help. People were like, what the fuck? And I know people in your audience were like, what's going on, Filter?
Let's
Yeah, was that a call for help?
That's really interesting. My attitude towards it was the swinging rumors were already starting at that point, and they'd been going for a while. Like, these guys are all fucking each other. It's amazing. Like I've said before, there's so many things that you read online, like rumors and people's ideas, that you almost look around at each other and go, are you guys leaking shit to people? Because it's like these people are in the fucking room sometimes. But the hot tub stream, my idea of it was, all these people are saying this shit, guys. Why don't we just go so over the top, silly shit with it that, people maybe back off the rumor. Now, if you guys are going to laugh at that and go, guys, dude, that's the dumbest fucking idea. Well, obviously, because it didn't fucking
You
work.
thought it was going to be like a reverse psychology thing? Like, look at what we're doing. It can't be real because they're flaunting it in public?
Yeah, hey, you know what? Yeah, it turns out we made another really dumb fucking decision.
You can't be mad at me. I'm mad at myself. You can't say I'm an idiot. I'm saying I'm an idiot. No, I can't say you're an idiot.
Well, at least they didn't go with his original idea where he's like, guys, get it. Everyone's saying we're like in a relationship. So how about I jerk off on your wife's tits on camera, right?
Yeah, right.
And, as a goof.
We'll upload it to Pornhub. Who will find it?
Yeah, right.
Right. No one will even know. So what's crazy is that he just admitted people were speculating online about our personal lives that we were denying, and they were completely correct the entire time. So for the rest of Aaron Imholt's online life, people will speculate about his personal life. Whether they're right or not, everyone will probably believe it. This guy needs to stop talking about his personal life on the internet. It's not for everyone. I'm just going to throw it out there.
It's kind of fun, though. Maybe just for a while longer.
Okay, yeah, let's do it. So the question is, why were you denying this for so long? Everyone had it right. Everyone was talking about it. I shouldn't say everyone. I should give Patrick more credit here. Patrick had it right. So why were you denying? Yes, let's give Patrick a round of applause. I was wrong. I'm the idiot. I'm the idiot on this one.
Carl thought it was a work.
I thought it was a work. I thought this guy can't be this dumb. I literally had some.
She's going to come
humanity.
downstairs and bring him cookies. It's going to be hilarious. What a fucking idiot.
I'm an idiot. So the question is, why would you deny this when it was happening?
But then why deny it the whole way until like this week?
Right, you clearly wanted people to know. That's what's the most curious part of this whole thing.
No,
you clearly
because,
wanted people
look,
to know.
Once the arrest thing happened, I can't really hide that part anymore. April getting caught with that, and then the whole internet blows up with, and Nick Stream and they're fucking each other and this, that, and the other thing, and it's just like, and then you're carrying around that lie that you just keep lying and lying and lying.
This is where I got annoyed with Ethan Ralph, and I got annoyed with the other guy on here, Godwinson. Why didn't they call him out on that? The reason why they got arrested, he goes, well, yeah, I had to fess up when they got arrested. No, you fessed up weeks before that, which is why they got arrested. You were denying it before that. No, she's upstairs making candied bacon. She's cooking dinner for the kids right now. She's such a good housekeeper. And he was lying about all this. So like, why were you denying it for so long? He's like, well, once they got arrested, I had to come and confess. No, that was weeks before that. You were confessing to doing coke and Molly and all this crazy shit. So he's lying. And here's another example of lying about the timeline.
That's about the only thing I'd say is that having to, going through this very publicly. Yeah. With, and I do feel like I've had to discuss a lot of things that I wasn't discussing before because other things were happening. The Nick drunk stream, the arrest, everything else. I mean.
Okay. So now he's talking about the Nick drunk stream, which he was talking about doing coke and Molly and all this stuff long before that.
Crazy stuff.
And now he's pretending that like, well, he forced my hand on this one.
Yeah.
No, you watched that stream and went, I can't do my Tukey Imholte impression, man. God damn it, man! So you gotta get help. I'm watching my friend die. I'm watching him die in front of me. I can't take it anymore. Don't do this to yourself. You have children. Think about the kids. It's fucking the worst fucking acting I've ever seen in my life. As a tribute to you, my friend. Tried my best. So then he has the fucking balls to say that someone else has fucked up the timeline.
So you're saying
No, I think again, I think you're kind of fucking up the timeline and everything else.
Oh, that's fucking rich.
He's calling other people out for fucking up the timeline. That's all he's doing. This has all happened in the last 3 or 4 weeks. It's not about a timeline. He's not like, well, in 2019, Senator John said that. He's like, no, it's not going back that far. It's very fucking easy and obvious. So here's the big reveal from this episode, and then I'll turn it over to Lucy Tightbox, who checked out episodes of Steel Toe with Keanu and Gino this week. But so he does an hour and 50 minutes with Ethan Ralph. And Ethan has this reveal. He was waiting for it till the very end. Aaron does not look happy about this.
By the way, we hit the goal, and I said I would make the reveal while you're here if we hit the goal. And I have been promised the first solo interview with Nick Rekieta when he comes back to streaming. He's going to do his own stream. But
I'm glad I put that bet down.
I've been promised. I've been promised the first solo interview with Rekieta, so that's why I said it's not going to end most likely. So.
Oh, that was full ruh-roh. He's like, oh, wait, the other people get to say what happened? So wait, you're telling me Nick Rekieta gets to say his side of things? Oh, fuck. I didn't think about that. I wasn't even considering that they might have some things to say that I didn't say that might also be true. Oh, shit. This is going to suck.
Can I just say, if you're going to do a live show and you're a guy who looks like Aaron, don't wear a blue shirt, because this is like the secret life of Best Buy Tech Squad employees. I'm like, oh, what's the Geek Squad up to? Everyone's fucking my wife!
He's a helpful Honda person.
Yeah. Come on down to Honda days.
So I am very much looking forward to Nick Rekieta's return to, and maybe April will come out of the woodworks. Who knows? I'm looking forward to finding out what they have to say about all of these things that he's been leaking. But Lucy Tightbox.
Yeah, so
I gave you a horrible assignment
you
today.
gave me the worst assignment. I hate you so much.
Lucy last night goes, Carl, what do you want me to pull for tomorrow? What do you want me to do? And so this morning I said, hey, if you want to check out Steel Toe, it's like 9 hours of horrible content.
Yep.
And scrub through that, find some good stuff.
Yeah,
and
then turns out there's nothing good. Also,
she never stopped kicking me in the balls when she saw me today.
Yeah.
But what did you find?
Well, this is everybody's favorite soap opera, so I was really excited to continue hearing Aaron beat a dead fucking horse about this. He has not stopped talking about it. And yet, everybody who are his now co-hosts, so Gino and Keanu, they can't even pay attention to him.
What?
So check out clip 4.
Okay.
It's kind of like your parents when you run with a bad crowd in high school. They're like, if these people are putting you in these positions, these are not your friends.
They're not your friends. They, right, exactly. It's exactly how I feel. I don't know. And her is my friend.
That's some chemistry right there.
Yeah. Oh, you want to talk about chemistry?
So he goes, I can't deal with April anymore because she's just bad news. She goes, I still like April. Oh, well, I'm talking to the wrong person about this then. Whoops.
But she also wasn't paying attention to a single word that he said the entire time. She has no idea that that's what he just said. He does talk about their good chemistry in clip 7. just because you have good chemistry with somebody does not mean that you're going to have a good show. And I think you're going to really particularly appreciate this clip because it has to do with great banter.
Oh, I love banter.
Guys, from a broadcasting standpoint, let me tell you something. When you haven't gotten to any one of your like news topics or stories or whatever in 2.5 hours because you're just joking around and having fun about shit, that is the walking definition of chemistry.
That's right. They've been talking for 2.5 hours and they have not started talking about anything.
This reminds me, okay, I don't know how many people in the room will remember this, but I used to listen to Opie and Anthony, and I just wanted them to talk about the Hoarders episode from last night, and Opie just be going on and on about fucking nonsense. Can we talk about intervention? Can we get into the fucking meat and potatoes of this? Stop it with your banter. Shut up.
I never need 2.5 hours of banter, especially from Aaron. No, never. He is also, obviously, he loves to pander for money and talk about how professional his show is.
Sure.
So one of the things that I was most entertained with is in clip 2, where he acts like a true professional and folds his laundry during this 4-hour episode.
And pitting it against your common fucking sense, or you're like, I don't trust my common sense, and I never finished this part. Natural immunity. This is how dumb you think you are, and then I'll give it back to you.
That's just classic broadcasting,
They would
people.
literally say, well, if you got the COVID because the vaccine didn't work, but if you got COVID, you have natural immunity. But you know what else? If you get vaccinated, they made up the word super immunity. They literally said you would have.
Remember watching Howard Stern on E, and they just be, folding shit.
They're like, well, I guess natural is good, but super is super.
I hope this means he has a job interview.
Are those camo pants?
Well, who the fuck is going to fold the laundry? His wife is gone, guys.
I get that. He's doing a lot of shows. That's a good point.
So you're saying Johnny Crutches doesn't fold laundry?
So we'll hop over. He's celebrating the small victories, like horribly folding his laundry. And in clip 6, we will hear about another small victory.
If people are like, Aaron, I think you're fucked up. Dude, I celebrated buying soup yesterday.
Why has he got his hand like a retarded guy?
I think we already know the answer to that question.
It's not a good look.
Why is he talking like my aunt? My unmarried aunt. I celebrated with some soup. So good.
There's a trend that I've seen with a lot of these guys who are just streamers every day. Guys like Stuttering John and the April Imholte. They're not living a life. Opie's one of these guys too. They're not living a life. There's nothing interesting. So if they're like, I went to the grocery store, they bring it up on their show. It's like, that's not part of a show, asshole.
Dude, if a guy tells you that he made soup and like tells a story about it, that is the saddest fucking guy on the face of the earth.
That's really sad. Like,
I put the chicken stock in the pot.
Go lose $10,000 in a poker tournament like an adult and talk about that.
Anyway, you put it in for 3 minutes. We're almost to our goal today, everybody. If you could.
Not only that,
way.
he didn't actually make the soup. He just bought it. He bought a can of soup. And then he talked about that for 2.5 hours.
Wait, he heated up his own soup? This guy's gonna make it. We're gonna make it after all.
The parallels with Stuttering John talking about making bacon. I mean, the further way we started the show.
my own bacon. I'm basically my own man.
Microwaving bacon, now we're microwaving soup and taking a victory lap.
Making soup's easy. You open the can, you pour it in the pot.
Clip 5, we're just going to get to hear about where he sees himself in 5 years.
Oh, good.
Ricky Bev with $2 says, Aaron, where do you see yourself 5 years from now? God, would I love to be back on the air doing this show on the internet and as a syndicated radio program.
That's
in
right.
5 years, you want to be on the radio?
He's living in the past.
Think about how many people will be bringing me soup if I'm on the radio again. I won't have to buy my own soup anymore.
He's going to be like one of those old Japanese war dudes who just wandered through the jungle.
Yeah.
He's going to be in a radio station by himself, like hiding behind shit.
I hope to star in silent films.
I got a new sponsor, Tom's Gas Lamps. They're fantastic.
I'm getting into the telegram business.
By the way, Banana Bag. There's free samples out there. Bananabag.org is where you want to go for all your hydration. Vito Gesualdi, thank you very much.
You.
Christian Blatt.
WA!
Very much.
Who are these podcasts?